Back then, the class structure looked like this. There was a large working class and hardly any unemployed people at all, a reasonably sized middle class, and a smaller upper class. And the more money you earned, the more tax you paid. Today, I suspect our social structure looks a bit like this. A large group of unemployed poor and working poor, whose incomes are supplemented by billions of dollars, paid for by what was once the middle class, but is now the struggling class. While the profits from things like rents and consumer items go into the pockets of the wealthiest 10%. So how did all of that happen? Take a look at this. It's a graph that shows that the gap between the rich and the poor is growing faster in New Zealand than most developed countries. And the reason that's happening is because of an economic theory that was adopted by our politicians about 30 years ago. And this is it. The Treasury paper that changed our country from a land of cooperation and common ownership into a nation of competitive individuals and privatised assets. In short, it says the government should take its hands off the economy and to dump a whole lot of regulations that were holding back the finance and the business sectors. What it didn't say is that these were the very same policies of self-interest that Republican President Ronald Reagan was promoting.
Vote for me if you believe in yourself. If you believe in your right to control your own destiny and plan your own life. Yes, and have to say with the spending of your own money.
A large group of unemployed poor and working poor, whose incomes are supplemented by billions of dollars, paid for by what was once the middle class, but is now the struggling class. While the profits from things like rents and consumer items go into the pockets of the wealthiest 10%. So how did all of that happen?